How's it going, guys? Welcome to the FM Dugout for episode 19 of Restoration Project Rangers, which today sees the continuation of our Europa League run this year, and we are at the semi-final stage now and have drawn VfB Stuttgart, who obviously put out Real Madrid in the quarter-finals. So this episode is going to cover both legs, so I'll keep the rest of the stuff as brief as possible. We've had two league games since the Sporting game. We had a 3-1 win at home to Hearts, lots and lots of bookings, and Tavernier was sent off for 2 yellow cards within 3 minutes. It was fairly comfortable in the end. We probably should have won by a little bit more, to be honest, but it's kind of irrelevant. We've won the league, we're just trying to avoid being beaten. Then we played Motherwell at Ibrox and had a 2-0 win there. Lazo and Volks with the goals, and really absolutely bossed that game and should have won by a lot more. We tried Marco Ramkeld up front, didn't really work. Not sure he's going to have a future at the club, because I have a new signing coming next season, and what can I say, I'm excited about it, I really am. Patrick Bamford from Chelsea. So he is signing for 3 million up front and 2 million over 12 months, I think it is, in instalments, and I'm really excited by this prospect. I think the sort of player he is, the age he's at, it fits in with the kind of mould for the rest of the team. Certainly while he's been at Middlesbrough, he's scored a fairly decent number of goals. Certainly this year, 14 and 24 is pretty good going in the English Championship. So I'm really looking forward to signing Patrick Bamford and Josh Vela. It'll be interesting to see how we shape things up next year. Obviously Ryan Hardy will be coming back from his loan deal at Dundee United, so yeah, interesting times ahead. So anyway, that takes us up to today's game against Stuttgart. So let's go and have a look at how our team's lining up. So it looks as though Stuttgart are going with a 4-3-1-2 narrow, same formation as I play at Los Angeles Galaxy in the Hexagon Challenge. So the team I'm going to be going with today is this one: Fotheringham in goal, Tavernier, Kiernan, Laurent and Sultan in the back. Wilson is out suspended, hence the reason why we've got Kiernan and Laurent. Midfield, Casey Palmer and Jordan Thompson. Across the three we have Pritchard, Skov and Tajira behind Longo. So I think this is probably our strongest team that we can go with. What is going to concern me is if we lose a central defender, we actually don't have a natural defender. Will Volks is about the closest that we have, and I think he'll actually be decent enough if he's required to do that job. We're leaving Lee Wallace out today, which, never really feels that right. He's the club captain and he's been doing very well, but Sultan, I think, just has the edge at the moment in terms of the performance. So guys, let's kick off and see how we can get on. I'm going to change the match highlights so that they are on key at the moment, because covering the two legs, I want to make sure we keep the episode length down to a minimum. Yes, I would have liked Wilson to be in here, but he's not. I'm wondering for this game whether we try and rough up Stuttgart a little bit. They probably wouldn't have been used to that against Real Madrid. I doubt they would have gone in hard on the challenge, so let's just see if we can do that here. Oh dear, I hate these underdog ones. I think I'm just going to say we've been doing well. You just never know. If you tell them they're underdogs, then they might start to get a bit more nervous rather than doing what you hoped it would. Alright, so a decent team talk. Let's get this game underway. So we're here in our all blue kit rather than our white shorts and black and red socks, as Rangers generally do wear that kind of outfit, I think, in Europe. The 3 blue kit parts. Completely irrelevant, but might as well throw that in. So what am I looking for out of this game? Potentially not losing by a lot. Scoring an away goal would be fantastic if we could get it. Skov there from the corner, and he does! 2 bites at the cherry, first time blocked, second time into the back of the net, and after 12 minutes we're 1-0 up against Stuttgart away from home. And the dream continues, but we saw it against Anderlecht. We went 2-0 up in that game, and they pulled it back to 2-1 and then just took total control over that match. So we need to be careful, need to be sensible. Stuttgart come forward here with Werner to Grinchek, Maxim, out wide to Insua, gets into the box, it's across the face of the goal off the post, and Laurent clears it away. So we got lucky there. Maxim with the free kick, and it's in. Gruzo manages to head the ball, looping over Fotheringham, and we're 1-1 now. Game back on, but we've got an away goal, and you know, that's, as I said right at the start here, that's the one thing I was kind of hoping for, was to not get thumped into getting an away goal, and it'll put us in a good position maybe for the second leg. As Werner comes forward, Ginczek gets by Kiernan, Kiernan manages to get the challenge in. Kostic now, will he go wide? No, he goes himself, he plays into Ginczek, and he scores, and we're now 2-1 down. Oh, offside. Thank you very much, I'll take that. But it is just showing that Stuttgart are a class side and can cut us open fairly easily, so whatever chances we do get our way, we have to make sure we take them. As Maxim now finds Ginczek, and he scores this time, and this time he's onside. And a poor bit of defending there from Kiernan, he let his man go. And alright, now we've got to make sure that we don't collapse as they come forward yet again. Sultan with a header straight back to Klein, knocked into Gruzo. Maxim in the box, not closed down, good save from Fotheringham, but this is, the writing's on the wall here, and we really need to try and survive until half time without losing any more goals, as Palmer will just launch the ball forward looking for Longo. He's up on his own against two players there, he's not going to be able to do much. Werner plays it back to Maxim, and the chance still hasn't gone. They're still keeping this pressure up. Sultan will try and close down Klein, but he just walks by him like he wasn't even there. Whips it in looking for Werner. Kostic with a header down to Ginczek, back out wide to Klein. This is really dangerous, and they've scored again. Ginczek once more, once again. Robbie Kiernan with the poor marking, and we're now 3-1 down. I'm wondering, I think maybe today is the day that we need to possibly go a little bit more defensive minded. It's just one of those kind of matches, and I think we'll just play these guys out wide. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go for something like this, because it's just, there's too much that they have going forward, and trying to play this attacking minded has been working for us fairly well. But good challenge there from Laurent, that probably would have been another goal. And a corner now. Kostic will whip it in with the left foot, drops for Gentner, it's pinging around the box, but they can't get it for the fourth. I think it's damage limitation at the moment now. We'll really have to look to not concede anymore and see whether we can get something from another set piece. We've not played badly, just Stuttgart have been very good in the final third, and we leave ourselves with a lot to do at the moment. I think winning is ingrained in this team, so we'll go with that. Jordan Thompson isn't the best player in that position, so given the fact he's a little demotivated by it, I think I'm going to go with Will Volks here and set him to an anchorman and really look to lock down that area of the park. In fact, I've just forgotten what I really need to do with Volks is get him to mark as tight as he can, close down, tackle harder, specifically on Maxim, and stop him from pulling the strings here in the middle of the park. But yeah, we've got a lot to do here. You know, I think if we can 3-1, we do stand a slim chance of being able to overturn it at Ibrox, but really we'd be looking to get a second goal here. If we could, then that would certainly help us, but if we lose another, I think it's probably tie over. And a good save from Fotheringham there. So now a corner. Maxim will whip this in, and it's headed into the goal, and that's us 4-1. And I think it's fair to say the Europa League dream is probably coming to an end here. The the optimism from the 1-0 lead early on has quickly vanished, and we've now shipped 4 goals, and the team have really got to dig deep now to try and do something. Pritchard now to Tavernier. Just don't lose the ball. That's the key thing here. And we have Kostic now come forward. Ginczek, Werner's there. 5-1. Yeah, we are getting destroyed here. As I say, the key thing was not to lose the ball, and that's exactly what we did. Tajira having an absolutely shocking game out wide. In fairness, nobody's playing particularly well. Yeah, I think we'd need to score 3 goals to stand any chance. My goodness, we've really shot ourselves in the foot in this tie. Stuttgart will come forward once more. Now this is on key highlights. This isn't even on extended. Werner gets in, Fothering with a save. But it's pretty grim. If we were to overturn this, I think it would go down as my greatest ever victory in Football Manager. That's the magnitude of what's ahead of us here. I'm going to tell the guys to push forward. We desperately do need to get a goal, but I don't want to change the formation and allow them another chance to score 6th goal. Not that I think we can get through. Skov now with a chance for his second. He puts it in, 5-2. But unless we score another 1 or 2, I think it's just kind of consolation stuff here. Who knows? Who knows? Football is a strange game at times. Maybe they'll come to Ibrox and just crumble under the pressure of our crowd. But if they score another here, it's definitely, that's it, done. Laurent, left-footed ball forward, finds Pritchard. 3 Stuttgart players around him. Well, 4 now, and it looks as though Insua might get sent off here, which if he does might give us an opportunity to change our formation, and he has been sent off. So do you know what, we have to go for this. If we don't try to do something here, sorry, ball winning midfielder, if we don't try to change something here, then there's no way we're going to go through. Alright, so let's go a little bit more attacking, and let's tell the guys to push forward once again. Maybe, just maybe that is the lifeline that we were looking for. Lazo now, Skov, forward looking for Waghorn, puts in the challenge. Skov with a poor touch there. We could have been away. Pritchard was in a lot of space on the right wing. Oh dear, Ginczek with a shot off the post. Ricochets off Fotheringham and goes out for another corner. Ferrati will take this, and we need to clear our lines. Volks just heads it straight back to Ferrati, who plays it back in, headed away by Laurent, but nobody's there to pick it up. Klein against Waghorn. Waghorn gives away the foul. Not ideal. It would have been great if he could have won the ball there. Instead, he's probably just going to get talked to. Can't see him being yellow carded for that, surely. No, he was. Oh well. Okay, so 5 minutes to go. Let's go overload. Let's try it. Let's just see if we can get something. Obviously, if we lose another goal, then it's the risk you have to take at times. I mean, Ginczek's had a great game against us. Gets into the box, side netting this time. Stuttgart really have turned the screw today. And yeah, got everything to do in the second leg. I'm not giving up unless they score there. I'm not giving up, but 5-2 is a hefty defeat to turn over. So Tavernier and Pritchard not taking it too well. Alright, so in the other tie, Moscow and Kiev have drawn 1-1, so much more evenly balanced there. So a 3-0 win will put us through in away goals. Yeah, not really looking too hopeful. So I'll get on into the next game. I've got an Old Firm game against Celtic in between. Whoop-de-doo. And yeah, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so that's the Old Firm game out of the way. We played, I suppose, what you would call a weakened side. I still had Tavernier and Sultan playing, and Holt and Volks as well, I suppose. We got a 1-1 draw. Not really amazing. Celtic definitely outplayed us for a large part of the game. McCrory with a great 8.3 from him. But again, as I say, it doesn't really matter too much about the league, as we'd won it a while back. So it's all about today, overturning this 5-2 first leg defeat from Stuttgart. And I've decided to change things around a little bit with the formation, and go back to something a little more familiar, just because I think potentially sending the ball out wide could potentially give us something a little bit more, and rather than sort of trying to go through the middle, I think maybe just opportunistic crosses into the box, hitting early crosses and trying to get on the end of it might give us the kind of joy we're looking for. I don't think there's anything else I really want to change around as far as the team lineup is concerned, so I've gone with two more kind of defensive minded central midfielders to support the three. You'll notice Skov isn't here, so Robert Skov has picked up a hernia, and he'll be out for 5 weeks. So even if we make the final, which is in 2 weeks, Skov will miss it, which is a pretty big miss for us. Anywho, let's get on with today's match. And the pundit's obviously going for Stuttgart, so we're definitely out with our kind of comfort zone here. But yeah, we're gonna have to try and take them from the start. As with the other leg, I am going to go with hard tackling from the start, and let's see what we can say. Oldham revenge, right? That's also a good thing to say there. And then one final act. Overload. I am going to go for it from the start, and let's see if we can punish them. Put the speed back down from the Old Firm game. So we need to get back into this early, and we need to make sure that we don't concede. So let's see what we can do with this. Going back to our sort of old formation, if you like, from last season, playing wide and hitting crosses more. And Longo with a chance early on there. Chance missed. That was a really good opportunity for us to pull one back, and to have got that early would have been really good for us. But let's face it, this is going to be a long shot, really, this particular game here. It's been a great run, but I suppose all good things need to come to an end at some point. Whether or not it comes to an end when you won in the final or getting put out in the semis, it's got to end. But yeah, I think there's some positives to take from the run this year, but there'll be work this summer to try and move on some of the players to see if we can get some better quality in. So Longo gets into the box, gets away from his man, just not enough people up supporting him there, unable to really trouble the goalkeeper. And we've played well. If only we'd played this way in the first leg, we might not have been too bad. Stuttgart might be sitting back a little bit to protect that lead. Can we get it in? Palmer puts it in. Excellent stuff. Right, okay. Step 1 done. Now we need another 2. The key thing today will be not to concede, which is going to be tough given the fact I'm playing overload. It will leave us open at the back. Danny Wilson picking up another yellow. I think Wilson being missing from the last game actually did have quite a large bearing on it. Kiernan didn't have the greatest of matches. So next year we'll be able to play Mitrovic. Is it Mitrovic? I can't remember his name now. Matej Mitrovic. We'll be able to play him as a first choice centre back throughout the year as opposed to just domestically. So that should help us out a little bit. As Werner comes forward, Gruzo, Werner again, and we've got to watch here. Nope. Oh, right, okay, well that's it. There's absolutely no way back now. Oh, offside. Well, I'll tell you what, if we come out of this and get through to the final, that will be a big call. But that just highlights the danger that Stuttgart still pose. Maxim will take the corner, it's cleared by Thompson. Longo will chase it down. I think he's the only player there though. He's going to have to wait for some support to come forward. He plays it wide looking for Pritchard. Pritchard chasing back, good challenge from him there, but now Stuttgart have men behind the ball. It's going to be a lot more difficult to get a chance from here. And I've just noticed I'm playing McCrory. Oh dear. Oh, what an error to make, eh? Well, hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt me. That could be a major slip up. Lazo now getting away. He's got to look up for Longo in the middle. Longo's there. He puts it. Unbelievable. 2-0, 5 minutes before half time, and we're almost at the stage where we're ahead in the tie, really, for the first time since the goal we scored over in Germany. Lazo now looking for Longo. Can we get another just before half time? Longo in, headed away. Thompson will pick it up. 2 men out right. Pritchard decides to cross. Can't get the shot. Kostic will clear it. Now we've got to be careful. Werner to Maxim, and it looks like Ginchik is getting a chance here. Maxim. Wilson put his hand up. Why did you put your hand up? He could have easily got the ball, but he claimed for offside instead, and luckily they weren't going to punish us from that. But and Lazo has now picked up a knock. I'll keep him on till half time, but certainly at that condition rating, it's not going to be a good idea to keep him on. Now the question is, do we play Mackay or Tajira out on the wing? I think Tajira is probably the more sensible option, given he is left-footed, but maybe with Mackay's cross, I think Mackay's crossing is going to be more dangerous. Pritchard can play on the left, I suppose. Okay, that talk seemed to have worked. Can use it twice in one game. Alright, I think. Yeah, it just really comes down to, what am I doing? It comes down to whether or not I want to play Mackay or Pritchard there. So let's at least bring Mackay on. Pritchard is just over there. What is he? He's an inside forward. So it's not too bad if we swap that over with Mackay. Yeah, okay, so Pritchard definitely on the left seems to make more sense. Volks is at 74. I kind of wishing I hadn't played him against Celtic now. He's not playing that well. I suppose I could swap him over with Thompson and bring on Holt. But I think we'll just keep it for now. I don't want to make too many changes at half time. But I couldn't have asked for a better first half than that, really. And we were lucky with the offside call, though usually the offside calls are right in this game. Mackay now looking for Boer. Not a great ball. That would have been a great chance at the start of the second half. As you can see, stat-wise, I mean, Stuttgart haven't been playing badly, and they could easily score at any point, such as here, and they nearly do. Oh, it's blocked. Squeaky bum time. This is really horrible. Oh, well held, McCrory. Heart in the mouth moment. Honestly, if we can get one more goal and it's sitting like that in the last 10 minutes, then this is going to be a really nervy finish to the game. So we get half an hour to go, and Stuttgart coming into the game a little bit more, looking a little more confident. Werner's away from Wilson, takes a shot from outside the box, hits the post. They are really getting close to scoring a goal, and if they do, it's going to be trouble for us. Right, okay, Volk's not playing that well, so I'm not too bothered about taking him off now. Boer's not played amazingly well. Maybe we can unleash Tavernier on them now. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's try that. So we'll stick with Longo up front for the 90 minutes and see whether he can do it. He's scored a few good goals in this run so far in Europe, so maybe he can pop up with the third, all-important third goal of the game. But whoever scores next is likely to go through. I just hope it can be us. Palmer not able to win the ball there. Wallace losing out and looking for a foul rather than getting up and winning the ball. And Wilson's going to get sent off. Thank you, Danny. And I've made all my changes. Can Wallace can technically play as a centre back, so I think we're going to have to go to something like this, guys. Palmer, yeah, 2 deep lying playmakers. I suppose that's all we can do. Set our wingers on to attack and see if we can do some from there, and maybe Poacher for our striker, maybe complete forward actually, maybe to do a bit more. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, Wallace doesn't really matter what role you tell him to play. Well, I think that's probably the final nail in the coffin. Really disappointed from Wilson there. I suppose that's the danger, telling the players to do hard tackling. But we needed to do it. We needed to assert our authority in the game. Mackay will head it on, but there's nobody there to pick it up. And Vlachodimos will save it, and he'll probably just launch this up the park. Nope, short. Out wide to Klein. Palmer picks it up from Gruzo. Pritchard playing as an inside forward on the left. What can he do? There's not really a great deal around him option wise. Thompson filling in at left back, makes a mistake, wins it back, but Gruzo comes forward. Werner hits the post again. Jeez, this is nervy stuff. I mean, honestly, we've not made this easy for ourselves. Losing 5-2 in the first leg and now losing a man here. We're still sticking in overload despite having 10 men because we need a goal. We are going out unless we score, but it looks as though Stuttgart are the team that are more likely to get something now. A little bit of misfortune there from the clearance from Longo. McCrory will play it long. Holt picks it up, looking for Mackay. He's not going to get there. Stuttgart will come forward once again. Tavernier cuts it out. McCrory forward once more. We're really struggling to get Longo on the ball today. He is playing 7.2 at the moment thanks to his goal, and he'll look for support from Mackay. Back to Longo. There'll be no one in the middle at the moment. It's played across to Thompson. Mackay, he's offside. Oh, and now Stuttgart will have a chance here from the corner. It's headed away from Wallace. Mackay will pick it up. Now he's quick. He looks for Longo, but it's a poor ball forward. Heiss will play the ball back to his keeper, and Stuttgart will come forward again. Wallace cuts it out. Longo now nods it on, but couldn't find Pritchard. Have I got this unextended? No, this is still key. There's a lot going on in this game. Kostic now. Ginczek will get away from Laurent, and will it be game over here? McCrory just turns it wide. What an unbelievable finish to this game. I really do feel if we'd had 11 men we might have been able to get the third goal, but we've got 10 minutes left. Let's tell the boys to push forward. We've got no more subs, we've got nothing else we can do. The only other thing we can really do here is to try to push players forward. So if we put Palmer here and we'll push Thompson and Tavernier up, this is really leaving ourselves open. I expect us to lose a goal, but all we need is one. It doesn't even go to extra time. We just need one goal, and Stuttgart have the ball. This is not what we need. Ferrati, Ginczek will score here surely. Puts it wide. Come on, lads. One final push here. Corner from Wallace. It's back to Holt. Forward to Thompson. It's blocked, and now Stuttgart will come forward. That was a wasted opportunity there. Really, really could have done more with that chance. And now look at the white jerseys here as Harnett comes forward. Great challenge from Tavernier. It's played in. Ferrati's there. Puts it wide. And surely now that's going to be it. There's nothing else that we've got to offer. That corner was probably our best chance of getting that third goal. 1 minute left, and that'll be us. A valiant effort from the players. If we had played like this in the first leg, we would have been through to the final, I think. Yeah, we'll tell them that they did well. I mean, to be honest, to get that far was fantastic. 1 million, not too bad. given the fact Wilson keeps getting that and it was such a big match, I'm going to fine him. I know he won't be happy, and he's not. So yeah, I'll deal with that off camera. And yeah, that's going to be it for this season. I'm not going to come back for any of those 2 games. So that's the end of season 2, which sees us win the League Cup. We could put out the Scottish Cup against Inverness Cali Thistle in the 5th round, and we made it to the Europa League Semi Final, where we lost 5-4 on aggregate to Stuttgart. So all the best to Stuttgart in the final, and yeah, I'll see you all for season number 3, when hopefully we'll be able to build our team up a little bit for our attack at the Champions League. So if you guys like this season, if you like this episode, please hit that like button, leave a comment if you've got anything to tell me about it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and until the next time guys, I'll see you when I see you.